Good evening. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you guys are doing mid. Typical. You know how you do. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I know you guys were enthralled. Just on the edge of your seat. Wondering how I was doing tonight. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that you're so invested in how I'm doing. And try your best to make it worse. Try your absolute darndest to increase my suffering in every capacity that you have. I appreciate that. That means you're thinking about me. That means you're like, I wonder what John's up to. I wonder how I can rub his face in the mud today. How can I do that? How would that be fun for me? And how could I make it less fun for him? I really do appreciate it every single day because you guys, you're doing a pretty good job. I gotta tell you. I got to tell you. You're doing a great job. Tonight we're talking about why you're poor. You. Why are you poor? It's disgusting. I hate looking at it. Fix it. Fix it now. I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about you. Hobbling around, rolling around in your mud pits with your scratchers and your Budweiser tall cans. Makes me shiver with disgust. But there is societal, social things that are making people poorer, yuck, than they should be. Honestly, and that is me. That's about as far as you're gonna get me, right? I'm sorry you're poor. It's partially not your fault. You were born looking the way you look. I'm sorry. My condolences for that. But everything is pretty expensive. Thanks, boomers. That's a boomer thing. That's not even you. That's boomers. That's boomers again. Doing the boomery thing. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to watch a little video and see what we get up to. You know how the Sulk stream is. We start one place, we end up in a completely different place. Maybe I will not be sober at the end of the night, but I really, really, really hope that I am. Because I am done with that shit. I am done with that shit, dude. It's killing me. It really is killing me. So get comfy. Get cozy. Grab yourself a nice shot of Everclear. Or moonshine. Or just fucking gasoline. You know the stuff they put in tiki torches? Drink that. Just drink it right out of the fucking torch like that. Just be like, yeah, okay. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. If you're working, keep working. If you are driving, please continue to drive home safely. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you would like to help me out on Ko-Fi.com/SulkStream, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. You can also hit me up on Rumble Rants. You can play the game. You can hit the roulette wheel. Maybe we'll play a little Battleship. We don't know. It's a Sulk stream. Anyways, welcome. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called, Why Everything is So Expensive. Enjoy.
I need to know when exactly tipping became an everywhere experience. Because why am I asked to hit a tip prompt?
I gotta turn the background music down a little bit. It's banger. It's banger though. It's banging. Some old-timey tavern music. Just a little bit. Little bit down. A little bit up. I do hate tipping. I don't mind tipping. I just hate how it's expected everywhere. If I tip, it shouldn't be like, oh, good, you fucking tipped. You're a normal... No, you should see my tip as me thanking you extra. You should be appreciative of my tip. It shouldn't be expected. That's the problem. I don't have a problem tipping. I tip well. I've always tipped well. But I don't like how it's turned into this thing where, like, if I'm not tipping, I'm a bad person. Maybe you suck at your job. Maybe you suck at your job, and I hate you for it. And I'm not tipping baristas. I'm not tipping drive-thru workers, because, no, that's stupid. I'm not doing that.
In a drive-thru. I'm talking about that little screen flip in places where tipping was never the standard. And somehow now I have to be in a more...
Credit card companies make more off tips, right? Every time you hit that tip button, they get like an extra 2 or 3 cents. And 2 or 3 cents, if that's across the country, that's millions of dollars. So that's probably why they put that tip thing right there. And you know, they look at you. They look right at you when you're doing it. And then I look right back at them. No tip.
more of the
no
before
tip.
I get my
No tip for handing me a muffin. Get out of here.
drink.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you're tipping the Starbucks drive-thru. In fact, I've even been to a self-serve frozen yogurt place where I did all of the work, and when I went to the cashier, she swiveled that screen around and said, "It's going to ask you a little question."
Everywhere you go.
It's gonna ask me a little question. It's gonna ask you a little question. How great was my service today? And I'd be like, I'm not gay! I'm not gay! They're all like, it's gonna ask you a little question. I told you I'm not gay already, alright? What do you want more? What more do you want out of me? Alright? Jesus Christ, are you my parents? And then that should strike the fear of God in them to not ask any more goddamn questions. And then I'll just slowly rotate the screen back. Right? I'm not fucking gay. And they're just standing there shocked. They're shocked by it. And I'm like, good. Maybe you shouldn't ask me little questions. Maybe you shouldn't ask me little fucking questions. I don't want questions.
About to flip the screen on you. You're about to get asked. Would you like to leave that tip? Or better yet, they'll hit you with the, all right.
I'll put a tip in you. Just hit them with that. And they'll be like, huh?
It's just going to ask you a quick question on the screen real quick.
Honestly, if that frozen yogurt incident wasn't several...
Look, if it was $1, $2, or $3, that might be different. It won't, but like, here, stick with me. The problem is, like, would you like to tip the food service worker? We did a bad job. That's a 37% tip. We did an okay job. 60% tip. And if we did a fantastic job, it's 100% tip. I'm not paying you 100%. Are you insane? Are you insane? Are you out of your mind? No tip. Right there, no tip.
years back, and the first time I encountered a cashier...
Custom tip. I actually like to put custom tip because I was like, this is not all. No, I can't. No, I put custom tip and then I type in 000. So it takes extra time.
You're asking for a tip.
So
I would have set my...
I could have just hit no tip, but I'm going to do 000 and be like, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to do 000 and then look at them.
food down and walked out without paying because asking to...
They might be okay. A lot of those people are already dead inside anyway, so it's like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
be paid extra for doing nothing is an insult to customers.
The percentages are what ruin it. Exactly. The percentages. Like, dude, I'm not going to give you... The percentages are wild, too. It's not like a one... It is a huge... It's like, if you buy a bagel, I don't know how much bagels are, but like $2, I don't know. But then they're like, oh, you want to throw a 20 or 30% tip on that? No, I sure don't. But they keep the same format if you're buying like $30 or $40, like say you have a family. Or not even that. If I go to Starbucks, which I rarely do, it's only like in emergencies or I'm traveling or something. Me and my wife, it's going to be $40, right? You know, get a couple of coffee, get a couple of lattes, maybe a breakfast sandwich or two. I don't know. It's $40, $40 fucking dollars. And they're like, you want to pay half of that because I did such a good job? And you're like, you want me to pay you $20 for 2 minutes of work? No, absolutely not.
Obviously, I hit no, and actually, these days, tipping prompts have gotten so annoying that I now stare them in the eyes as I hit no tip, because I'm tired of literally everything getting more expensive with no additional value added, to the extent where it seems like, since COVID,
Background says, I like Slim Shady's attitudes toward tip cups. What is his attitude toward tip cups? Can you tell me? By the way, I do accept tips. If you guys want to tip me, that's fine. Because this is actually more than 2 minutes of work. And I know you're like, that's not work. I don't give a fuck about your definition of what work is. Tip me anyway. Because I don't get a salary doing this. You guys have to tip me. And it's always going to be 100%. Every tip that you, because more than that, because I make zero. I'm asking you to spend $0. So it's going to be 100% of $0. So it's still nothing. Enjoy the free show.
Prices of everything have doubled and tripled.
Enjoy the free fucking show.
I feel like every month I'm getting emailed by a streaming service telling me,
Or don't. Leave. I don't care.
hey, we've got a price update. Oh, a price update. That means you're going to lower it, right? Of course not. How else is Amazon going to subsidize 5 seasons of a ridiculous...
Free says my favorite Indian restaurant. Okay, well, let's just stop right there. Has a worker with a newborn baby. Typical, yeah. And a stay-at-home mom, and I usually drop 100% tip when she's my server. Why? They're Indians. They're not even supposed to be here in the first place.
ridiculously expensive show that everyone hates.
Why?
Without increasing their prices. That being said, at some point, enough...
Shimo says, here's a tip. You're gay. It's not even... It's just a statement. It's not even advice. I get the joke, how you would like give advice and that like this is the tip. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't stink so bad. But just saying you're gay is not a tip in any way. Thanks.
Enough is enough. But before we get into that, recently a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety.
Just, honey, do not encourage Freeside. Don't build up his self-esteem, right? Just treat him like you do me.
Depression, and body image issues.
I'm just kidding. She's very nice.
But did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to
25%.
We could sue whoever we want.
30%.
Now, I would have thought that she was making this all up, but I kid you not. I had work done on my house about a year back, and after charging...
Indians. No. Indians don't work in manual labor. They're very weak people. They don't have like a lot of grip strength. Like grip strength. And they're just very weak. Even for their size, they're very weak people.
Me a price that seemed like extortion. The guy pulls out the iPad and says, yeah, it's just going to ask you a little question. So your local repairman is now asking for a tip. The whole point of tipping in the first place was to give a little extra for good service. You know, give the bellhop a little extra for carrying your luggage to your hotel room.
I like it when they make it difficult to tip. Or like not tip. Right? There's no selection for like, no, I do not want to give you a tip. Or it's like a very tiny X. Like, have you ever had one of those free apps and they give you an ad and there is technically an X out button, right? But it's so small. It's very well camouflaged. And if you hit anywhere close to around it, it's going to take you right to the website. It's kind of like that.
Which personally I think is stupid. I think employees and business owners should already be doing the best job they can because they want return business.
That's how they do it in Japan. In Japan, they're like, we don't accept tips because you should assume we're trying our best no matter what. And I appreciate that. So they don't want tips. They're like, I told you this is what it's going to cost. And it's actually extremely reasonable. Japan is not a very expensive country. And they're doing fine. They're not doing fine. Their economy might collapse soon. But other than that, they're doing fine. They're not doing fine.
Good service is how you create a successful company. And provided that I'm being a polite customer, I should not have to pay you extra to be nice to me. Because what tipping has turned into is this predatory anti-consumer system where you are essentially bullied into paying more than what you initially agreed to.
Tipping culture is targeting people pleasers and it is not okay. As a people pleaser, you think that when someone shows me a pad that says 15%, 20%, 25%, they're looking at me while I press the button. I think I'm gonna hit none.
Yeah, you should hit none.
Yeah, I would. And I'm a people pleaser. Am I? I don't think so. Here's the thing. I would like it if people were pleased with my behavior, but that just rarely happens, if ever. If ever, most of the time when people encounter me, they're generally quite displeased with my character. So that doesn't, I'm sorry. I guess I'm not a people pleaser in that aspect. I wish you were happier.
I do every time.
I wish you were.
The system.
I wish you were happier with me, but you're not. So, what am I going to do? I can't do anything about that. That sucks for both of us. I'm sorry. I mean, you wasted my time just as much as I wasted yours. That's probably not true. I probably wasted a lot more of your time. But I'm sorry you're not happy about that. I wish you were happier.
Is so predatory.
No tip.
That I enjoy hitting that button.
No tip.
And I enjoy the little maze that some of them make you go through tonight.
The worst thing you could do when you're hitting the no tip button is you audibly say no tip. Hey, thanks for the great service today. No tip.
Not tip. The ones where you have to hit like four
Brutal. It's brutal.
different buttons to cancel the tip instead of the one button it takes to pay extra. It gives me a sense of accomplishment when I figured out that the trick is to hit custom and then type in 0.
I have tipped so many times in just the last few days. Coffee, tip. Drive-through, tip. Went to Chipotle and you tip before you even get your food. I don't even.
There's a Chipotle around here, and I go there when Jess is like doing whatever Jess does. Like she'll go to like her friends for the day because she's having a baby or whatever. And I'll be like, they don't even have that. They don't even have that machine. They don't have the tip machine. They have the tip jar, which I appreciate. But it's also kind of antiquated because I'm not carrying around cash. But I wouldn't throw money into it anyway. I'm just going to be super, that's just how it is. Tip is in exchange for a service. And if you did a good job in your service, then I hate it. I'm going to stop tipping completely.
Know if my food is going to taste good and I'm tipping these people.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Though I do appreciate the cashiers who press no tip for you because they're fed up with tipping prompts. Those people are heroes. More importantly, there is a reason why you hate this system, and you are morally justified for hating tipping, because psychologically what's occurring here is a lack of transparency on the price. For example, you agree to a price of $10.
Is Chipotle any good? Yeah, I like Chipotle. Jess doesn't. I like Chipotle though. It's good. It's good to me. I don't think it's good to Jess. Depends on who you are.
But somehow if you don't pay $12.50, you're a heartless bastard who doesn't care about the sad.
Here's the thing about Chipotle. It depends on where you go and like who runs the establishment. If it's a good establishment that keeps clean and stuff like that, then yeah, it's a good Chipotle. It's just like any sort of like regular restaurant. It just like a taqueria or something like that. You can go to bad taquerias for sure, but you can go to good ones too. They just have a lot of problems with cleanliness in bad restaurants because everything has to be made extremely fresh. The guacamole doesn't stay or anything like that. They have to make that on the spot, which is, if you get a good one, it's pretty decent. So that's my opinion towards, but here's the thing about Chipotle. I've been going there for years, right? And I remember when I was like 20, early 20s, I'd go to Chipotle and I'd spend like $7 or $8 and I would get a fucking monster burrito. It would be like a newborn baby, like $1 a pound kind of thing. And I would sit there and I would fucking mouth the whole thing. I've heard of people eating 2. But now you go there, you spend $17 and they skimp on everything. And the burrito isn't even half the size as it used to be. It's not even half the size. So, like, I mean, it's still a moderately large burrito. But it's not like the heyday of Chipotle, where it was like, that was a fucking big-ass burrito. You take that burrito home and then work on it over the next couple of days. Probably shouldn't, but you did. But yeah, now it's just ridiculous, dude. But that goes for everything. I mean, McDonald's is doing the same thing, and McDonald's I don't even think is food. I will still eat McDonald's, but I'm like, I know this is gonna make my tummy hurt later. I know that for a fact. But I don't usually eat out like that.
The life of the employees? Why are someone else's life issues my problem? I'm just trying to get a taco and
Tejas says Fatty needs his cheap burrito. Thank you.
I shouldn't have to be afraid that people will intentionally
Why are you so mean to me?
do a bad job if I don't pay an
Fatty needs his cheap.
upcharge. Then the second level
Oof.
of this is which jobs deserve tips and which ones don't. Movers, taxi drivers, barbers. Why not tip the store clerk every
Subway's another. Well, first of all, Subway is disgusting. Subway is inedible, right? But like Subway, they used to do the $5 footlong. Now it's like $1 an inch for a sandwich that's not even. It doesn't have bread. I wouldn't consider that bread. And cheap ingredients. So no. I'm surprised Subway's still around. I don't know why anybody eats there. I can tell. I know why that pedophile lost weight, because he gave himself a strict rule. He should have had himself some more rules, around self-control. But he had one about, I can only eat at Subway. And he's all like, whenever he was hungry, he was all like, all right, should I go to Subway? No, because that's gross. That's disgusting. I don't want to go. And then he lost a bunch of weight because he refused to go to Subway. It's a pretty smart plan. If you really think about it, like if you're too fat, you can only go to the worst place possible. So you got to be starving. You really have to be starving to go to Subway. And he lost a lot of weight. And he was all like, I'm going to do some kids.
every time they tell you where something is?
Yes.
I mean, who has all this extra money where they can just drop an extra 15 to 20% on every single bill? Personally, I think we should only be tipping waiters because they're paid almost nothing because tips are expected. But also, morally, I don't think
Las Tejas says, you seem to have self-esteem issues, John. Oh, I do wonder where that comes from. And do I honestly seem like I have self-esteem issues? Maybe I do. Probably. I think we all do. But you should have more, Tejas. If you don't have self-esteem issues, you really should.
people should tip waiters either. And before people get mad,
I don't know much about you, but I'm going to assume that you're probably not. I mean, you're just a normal internet person.
yes, I do tip the waitstaff at restaurants. However, we do have other examples in the world, like Japan, where people survive without this system. At restaurants in Japan, you don't tip, you just pay for the food. And what is frequently
We had a place called background noise says we had a place called Last Call that sold giant asada and fries burritos. Banger. But that's a California thing, putting fries in a burrito with chipotle aioli mayonnaise. Who puts mayonnaise in a burrito? They used like 18-inch tortillas. It was drunk food and hangover food worth the whole $10. Doesn't sound too bad. It sounds pretty legit. I just don't know who would put aioli on a burrito. That's a weird thing. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't.
added on to that
I mean, you said it worked, so I'm going to take your word for it.
is a table fee that is a set cost for sitting down at the restaurant. There's your
Tejas says, oh, I hate myself thoroughly. All right, we're on the same page then.
answer. We don't have to tip waiters now.
We're firing on all cylinders, guys. We are cohesive. We're a team. We all hate each other and we all hate ourselves. Now we got to use that hate in some way that's not as destructive towards our own lives as we've been doing. Can we figure that out? No, probably not, because a lot of us are sub-normal IQ, which is okay, which is fine. It's just another obstacle to climb, another hill to climb. It'll make us better people when we actually eventually try to figure out and then fail.
Just charge a table fee, and also because waiters are sales reps, they should get a commission when they sell high-ticket items like alcohol and steak or extras like dessert. With this type of system, when you sit down to eat, You now know what you're consenting to without some mystery price at the end based on how scared you are to look like a bad person. Because the bigger problem here is that if you continuously say it's okay for people to be unclear on how much they're going to charge you, you get shit like this.
I gave birth to this perfect, precious little angel in September of last year. It
That's a mid-baby.
is April, nearly May of the next year, and I am getting bills in the mail nearly every single week. Let's look at this.
What does that have to do with you giving birth? I'm sorry. I gave birth to this precious baby, and then I'm getting bills for the things I use that I require? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yes, of course you're getting bills. Why would you get Why would you not get bills? What? Is there not a dad around? Then don't be such a slut. Don't be such a slut. Yeah. Why would she expect not to get bills? Why would she expect not to get bills?
Okay, this one is a bill for $2,000. The service description literally just says vaginal birth. Here's another bill for $12.
Did you say that's a mid-baby LMFAO? Yeah. She says this is a perfect little angel. I'm like, no. I've seen better babies.
$161.
What? Come on. Come on. We're not going to sit here and bullshit each other like this, are we? Oh, every baby is an angel and is precious and perfect and stuff. No. A lot of them are fucking ugly, dude. A lot of them are brown. And a lot of them are like, they're fucked up in the face and shit like that. A lot of them are stupid looking. You know, you ever like look into a crib and just be, you don't do it. You want to, right? You want to just sucker punch that baby because you know its life is going to be hard and you want to get it acclimated to that early. But you don't, right? Because you're like, oh, he's gorgeous. And, God. Social, what's up, man? Women are naturally socialists. They expect to be taken care of constantly. And thus they shouldn't vote. They should not be. The 19th Amendment was the beginning of the end for the country. And all the stuff that's happening now is results of that decision in the first place. They're not meant to run things, right? They're meant to stay at home and play with toys and watch Teletubbies and they're large children. They're tall children. That's what they are. You know, you don't get to make decisions.
What's the description for? Actually, it doesn't even say. Here's another one for
Clumsy says, but I'm brown technically. Yeah, well, were you born like that?
$336.
Or
the service description is subsequent hospital care. What does that mean? Here's another $675 charge for hospital discharge day. What service is it? You're just charging me for discharge?
They will charge you for the wildest thing. Like, they'll bring you a soda and they'll charge you like $80 for it. Why they do that is because a bunch of people go to the hospital and then refuse to pay. And so they're just like, don't worry, we'll charge the next person a hell of a lot more to cover it. Which is like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Why would I? What? But yeah, that is pretty much it. So to stay profitable, they're like, whoever's going to pay it, you pay this much. Or we'll ruin your credit. Right? People who have shit credit and don't care about their credit, they're like, whatever, I'm not paying you. And they're like, fuck. So when somebody who actually does have good credit and gives a shit about their credit comes in, they're like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Bam! A baby holding fee. The fuck is that? What's a baby holding fee? That's a real thing. It used to be like $25 to have a baby in the hospital. Now it's 10 grand. I paid 10 grand for my first one to be born in the hospital. The next one, I was like, no, we're not doing that. That's a scam. That's a scam.
Day. I don't know. None of it makes sense. My husband just called. He was on the
I saw the whole process. I can catch. It's fine. And then I slept through the birth.
phone for 20 minutes, and we got no answers. They said they could get back to us in the next 90 days.
Yeah, she's not kidding. 2 years ago, I got injured lifting weights and had to go to the emergency room without insurance because mine was randomly canceled. And thanks to Obama, you can only sign up for medical insurance once.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 people do not pay their hospital bills. So what do you want to be? Do you want to be the 1 out of 10 person that pays their hospital bills? No. I think none of us should do it. I think none of it. I go in, I'll pay a hospital, and I feel like a fucking idiot, right? My son got like a gash on his scalp, and like he went and got 6 stitches. It cost me $600 with insurance for them to go whoop, 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 whoop 6 times, $100 a stitch with insurance, with good insurance. Fuck you guys. Are you kidding me?
Once a year. So my bill was really expensive despite the staff basically just giving me
10K for a mid baby is dumb. My kid was not mid. He's pretty cool. He's just, he's violent.
Tylenol and telling me to go home after 3 hours. I remember signing some paper at the hospital for like $4,000, which was insane considering how little service I received. And after around 2 weeks, they just kept sending me bills until the total cost was like $8,000. When did I consent to this? In fact, if you ask, they can't even tell you.
Having a double-digit credit score is its own superpower. It doesn't even go that low. What is the lowest a credit score can go? Like 300? I think it can only go to like 300. Below that, they're like, you have bad credit. You're not credible. You're one of those. So there's no reason. Can it go that low? I think it goes to 300. 300 to 800.
How much certain treatments cost. Or they do this thing where they tell you that your bill is a certain amount, but if you complain, they'll mark it down a ton. Sydney Watson showed that recently on Twitter. So basically, they're lying to you about the price. Pro tip though, if you get injured during business hours in America, don't go to the ER. Go to your local urgent care instead, where they'll charge you like $50 to $100 for talking to.
It's true. But a lot of times the urgent care will be like, no, you should go to the hospital. That's what happened to Hammy. His toe was like zombifying on his body, and he hobbled his way into the urgent care, and they looked at it and they're all like, we don't handle trench foot here. You have to go to the ER like yesterday. And then they're like, okay, we're going to saw it off. I bet he paid a lot of money for that shit. Because he probably cares about his credit.
To you for 5 minutes instead of 5,000.
3,900.
Bob says 850 is the highest. So 300 to 850. Okay, cool.
$68.20 per month. That's how much it'll cost me, my husband, and my 3 kids.
$4,000 per month.
Kids to have health insurance a month. That does not include dental and vision. No.
So don't pay it. I wouldn't pay that. Because, like, I don't go to the hospital. If I go to the hospital, I think I'm going to die. So, but, like, I mean, if I had a gunshot wound that was, like, center mass, then I'd be like, okay, it's probably time to go to the hospital. But if it just winged me or something like that, I would just heat up an iron and then just fucking sizzle it. I'd be like, yeah, it's good. Bring me Everclear. I need to sterilize and get a little drunk. And that's what I would do. Like, if I had broke my arm and it wasn't like snapped in two, I would be like, it's a hairline fracture. It's probably going to be okay. I'll just not use it for a couple of weeks. It'll be fine. I don't like going to the hospital. I hate the hospital. I don't like going to the hospital. So yeah, probably, and that's probably going to kill me at some point. Probably. I'm okay with that. I'd rather be dead than they hand me $1 million bill because I had a stroke or something. I'd be like, no, I'm okay. I'll just perish. I'll be fine. I'd be fine dead. I would be okay dead. In fact, I'd probably be better than alive. I would feel less pain for sure.
No, that is just a bare bone.
A significant less amount of pain, significantly less pain than in my day-to-day existence, where I have to wake up and I'm like, ah! Not physically, but like emotionally and like psychological pain that I have to deal with every day. And then, of course, there's always physical pain, which isn't as bad as like some people. I know like Ronnie Coleman can't like, stand up straight and shit like that. I feel terrible for those people. But I just have existential pain. I exist, therefore there is pain. Which is awful, which is terrible. And I've had it my entire life, ever since I was a young boy. I'd wake up as a 5-year-old. I wouldn't be bushy-tailed and beaming. I'd be like, oh no, not again. These days just keep happening over and over and over again. And the next one always seems worse. And then I wasn't even like aging then. I'm aging now. Thankfully, my life did get better from those days, but like, yeah. The whole thing hasn't been awesome. It's been pretty mid. And my life is pretty good compared to, like, all your lives. I know for, well, Knob's dog, at least for sure. But, like, it's pretty good. I get to do pretty awesome things. And I got a lot of freedom, right? But I still have this deep twinge inside of my soul where I'm just like, ow, this fucking hurts.
Minimum.
You know what I mean? Probably not. If you do not know what I mean, good for you.
That is a mortgage on a very expensive home. I'm not doing that math right now.
She's also not kidding. My insurance randomly shot up 40% last year. Same service, now it's just 40%.
Knob says he currently owns 2 houses. I'm so sorry, Knob. One day you'll be able to do better in life.
That more. It's so expensive that I've considered
What are you, 50?
canceling it because it costs far more than just paying out of pocket, even if I go to the ER. It just seems like this system is designed to kill the middle class. Because if you're poor, you get your care for free. And if you're rich, the cost doesn't matter. But if you're middle class, you're screwed.
You're affected.
That's a Disney cruise. My God, Asmongold looks like a ghoul. It looks like he's been buried for 400 years. Doesn't it? It looks like he's going to take over a hotel in the desert and then kill all the, what is that thing? All the normies, all the smooth skins. That man's a millionaire. He makes very good money. He makes very good money. Take care of yourself. Go to a surgeon. Go to somebody. Go to a fucking priest and be like, can you excise the demons from my life? And the priest is going to be like, I don't think so. What? You look like this and you bang OnlyFans models? Something is not right. Something is not right. Something is deeply wrong.
Income, even when you're making like 20,000.
Asmongold is hilarious. Thank you, Ken X.
Like it's like 30,000. It's like closer to like 50, 60,000, right? Because you have like the medical assistance program. That's the MAP program. You have food stamps. You have other supplemental assistance. You have housing assistance. You have a phone.
Here's the thing about Asmongold, though. He does know a lot. He knows a lot of shit. I've listened to him a couple of times. Makes sense on a lot of things. Not everything. A lot of things.
Assistance, right? The Obama phones, which is actually done by Bush, but doesn't matter. You have all these other things, like, and yeah, you save so much fucking money whenever you're broke.
He just needs a haircut, sunlight, and to eat more. Yeah. Those are all very simple fixes. And to like hit the gym once in a while. Just once in a while. Yep. He could do this. Especially with his, I'm not going to say vast wealth, but healthy amount of money. Unlike Knob's dog, buried in debt. But he chooses not to. He's got some demons or something like that. I don't know why he would do that. I mean, don't you have the time? You can't cut out an hour a day An hour a day you can't cut out to like hit the gym, see the sun, put your feet in the grass. You can't do that.
But then whenever you're middle class and you're not making that, like, let's say you're making $40,000.
Farrell says, I know what he looks like just looking at him. I think we have different opinions on what he smells like. You probably think he stinks. I think he smells like stale saltines. Not technically stinky. Not stinky. But like stale. Stale. Not good. Not stinky. But like past due. I can't describe it. It's in my head. It's the part of my brain connected to my olfactory senses, right? It lives there. I can't properly describe what I'm trying to say, but he looks like that. He looks past due.
Hours a year. Those are the people that are fucking broke. Because they can't get food stamps, they can't get assistance, but at the same time, they also don't have the money to pay for it.
No. Styx is a completely different kind of pervert. I mean, I wouldn't even call Asmongold a pervert. I think he's a normal-ish guy that likes to play a lot of video games. I wouldn't consider Asmongold a pervert. He likes to bang OnlyFans models. That's not perverted in my sense. It's not exactly the healthiest sexual lifestyle, but Asmongold or fucking Styx is like in a polycule, and you know, he does some weird shit, dude. He does and he dresses like a pirate, and we're all supposed to be like, yeah, that's normal. That's totally normal. He's not. He's insane. He's an insane person.
Out of pocket either.
Now, this is where I and a lot of other people are going to differ. I think the answer to these problems...
Smells like patchouli with a slight hint of Old Sponge. I don't think he smells like patchouli. Old Sponge could be it. But not overpoweringly so. Very gentle kind of, oh, you need to shower, but it's not like a rotting corpse. But it is unpleasant. Like I said, it's probably like he's been buried for like hundreds of years. To where he's not rotting anymore. But it's not fresh. You're still a cadaver. But you've just gotten past the point of rotting. So you don't stink like that anymore. You just smell like musty history. Right? You smell like you smell historical. UNESCO should like claim you as a heritage site kind of. That's the kind of thing. Not stink, because like big fat people, they stink, they reek, right? Because they have all these like crevices and pits and stuff in their body where bacteria can like advance and like establish tech trees, and like that's going to stink, right? They're little cesspits, little cesspools that live amongst their body, and it doesn't matter if you hose them down, even with a power washer, because there's always going to be somewhere where the strain that scent comes from is going to thrive and survive. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have those little gullies and crevasses for that to happen. So, again, not good, but not like I could smell you through a car window bad.
It's not various social programs, but more so coming together as a culture to vastly reduce the cost of these services to the point where people can easily afford them. You do this by exerting market pressure, which we'll talk about later.
Somewhere between Frozen Chef's jacket and Hammy's toe. I don't think he smells like Hammy's toe. I think Hammy's toe smells like rotting meat. I think Hammy's toe smells like trench foot. Like gangrene. Like he's been marching in the jungle for months and hasn't had a fresh pair of socks in that whole time. That's what I think Hammy's toe smells like. Frozen's jacket, I imagine, smells like the ASPCA.
Legislation.
Since President Trump has signed his executive order for hospital...
That's where he goes, right? He walks out of the kitchen, all you hear is... Burr, 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 meow, meow. Yes, you wanted to see me? Oh, thank you. Yes, that is good chicken.
price transparency. Only 1/3 of hospitals are in compliance. We need legislators to act to rein in these unchecked practices and to protect patients and taxpayers.
Personally, I don't think an executive order is enough because then the next president can just overturn it. It needs
mid baby.
to be an actual law. So market pressure, legislation, and we need...
It's not even ugly. It's just mid. That baby is mid. It's so insulting. That's so insulting because that's somebody's connection to the future. That is their heart and soul. That is the result of their genetic line. And you're like, meh. Right? That's not even like, because if it was ugly, at least it would stand out in a crowd. At least it could have a future as like some sort of sideshow. But no, it's just like a low-level HR person. That's your baby. Mid. Not mid-level, low-level.
need to get rid of all the scammers and thieves in this industry, which is something that I've talked about.
It's just a mid connection to the future, right? It's tacit. It is a tacit connection. That's all you have. It's flimsy, and it could break at any moment. And then you not having a strong connection to the future is scary, right? You might as well not have a kid at all, right? If you want to have a kid, you want that kid to be strong genetically to prosper your line forward into eternity. But she's just like, it might.
Their videos.
It's sad to think about it. Here in the United States, we're literally being defrauded by people who are taking advantage of old people, young people in daycares.
Well, old people took advantage of us in a terribly unfair way. It's very difficult to feel bad for old people these days. And when I say old people, I mean boomers and stuff. Back in the day when like an old person worked their whole life and scratched out a meager existence so his kids could reasonably have a better life. That person, if you took advantage of that person, that'd be cruel. That's cruelty. But these days, boomers took everything so you couldn't have anything better. They made sure to buy every house. They made sure to stay working as long as they possibly can. They secured themselves as much Social Security off of your back as they possibly could. And then they call you lazy the entire way. So they don't receive the same sympathy as elders of the past. So fuck them. Not all of them, but we speak about generalities here on the Sulk stream, not specific cases. You know, women generally should not be allowed to vote.
Disabled people with autism clinics.
You know,
unbelievable. You have people who drive around in BMWs and make competitions, Mercedes. Meanwhile, everyday American citizens are struggling to be able to afford their own bills.
But in my opinion, going back to what Asmongold was saying,
I kind of blame...
this is all...
Hold on. Clumsy says, I kind of blame the greatest generation for raising the little shits, baby boomers. Yeah, no. Because baby boomers eventually did become adults. And once you become an adult, you are therefore culpable for the society that you drive. And they largely had the biggest hand in society ever of any generation. They had more control, still to this day. They had more control, more financial, more political control than any generation, and it's turned into an absolute shit heap. Right? Yes, they were spoiled little kids. And they turned into spoiled adults. Do you want to blame the greatest generation for that? They probably do have some blame, but I mean, once you become an adult and see the results of your actions, of your behaviors, especially on innocents, on people that did nothing wrong, your own lineage, your own children and grandchildren, and still continue to do nothing, then the culpability lies on you. You are at fault. You are at fault for this. So yeah.
All set up to kill the middle class. It seems like politicians and corporations want to make it so you only get to be independent if you're super rich and nothing costs that much to you. Otherwise, you get to be poor and dependent on government services, and you have to take whatever they give you. The point here is the removal of freedom of choice for most people, because if you shrink the middle class, then you're going to shrink the number of people who are in the financial position to say no to a bad deal. This inability for massive portions of the population to be able to say no causes prices to increase. And what makes matters worse is, trust me when I say that no one wastes more money than poor people and people with high income.
Yeah. I mean, poor people and rich people spend basically the same way. Have you ever you've seen that Buck guy who spends all his money on lottery tickets? Yeah, he's poor. But like, if you go to some rich guy, he will also spend a bunch of money on like hookers and blow and gambling and shit like that. It's the mid person, like the middle class, that would be the most fiscally responsible, typically, because they actually have, they don't want to slide down the ladder. They want to claw their way up. The rich guy doesn't care. He's never going to slide down the ladder. It is mathematically impossible for him to do that. And the poor guy, the same thing. He'll never climb up that societal ladder because it's mathematically impossible for him to do that. The people in the middle, they have the aspiration of climbing out of the middle class, which is possible, but it's also possible to slide into the dregs of society.
Either rich people are wasting it and inflating the prices of everything for everyone else because the dollar amount doesn't matter to them, or poor people are wasting it and inflating prices because they don't know how to manage their money, or because they're too nervous to hit no tip on the iPad. All of this enables companies to continuously increase their prices, and that's how you get situations like this.
People, they want to have a special experience, and regardless of what your
don't go to Starbucks, ew.
Income level is.
Starbucks is the most basic bitch place you can go. What are you going to do? Go sit at the Starbucks and open your laptop and work on your screenplay? Ew. Gay. That's gay. Go somewhere else. Don't go. Starbucks is fine. I would rather not go there if I had a better coffee shop.
In some cases, a $9 experience does feel like you're splurging. And then what that means is we have to make it worthwhile, right? And then in other cases, people believe...
poor people are also incentivized to stay poor, or they funny qualify for freebies? Is that what you said, Nam?
Well, this is a really affordable premium experience because they're saying like, well, it's less than $10 and I get...
Starbucks coffee is nasty. It's serviceable. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like fantastic. It's serviceable. It will do in a pinch. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst.
Get a really premium experience.
It is the McDonald's of coffee.
So regardless of where your state...
Tastes burnt? Well, then they might just be burning your coffee.
In those income cohorts?
That Starbucks in particular might just be burning your coffee. Dunkin' Donuts is trash coffee. Dunkin' Donuts is disgusting. Have you ever been to a Dunkin' Donuts? It is the worst. That is the worst place. You cannot get worse coffee than at Dunkin' Donuts. And I hope they play this and then be like, well, we changed our recipe and now I'm going to take a sip and oh my God, I taste my grandma's feet. What is this? This is disgusting. I'll still roll with it. Social, for another $5, thank you so much. Do you think our tech overlords microdose DMT every day? I saw this video that claimed pedo elites are substituting baby blood for DMT when supplies are low. Sorry, I'm high as fuck right now. Possibly. I don't think so. You're talking about the adrenochrome thing. They don't have they have a steady supply. If that is a true fact, if that's a real thing, which could be, I don't know everything. But if it is a real thing, then no, they have a steady supply and it's never going to run out. They're not like, times are tough right now, I better do a little DMT. No, they're not going to do that. The drugs that they do, you've never heard of. And they're way better. Cocaine is for peasants compared to these people. They got like, and again, adrenochrome might be one of them, but it might not be the only one. They might have a whole slew of different drugs that are fucking wild, like crazy. Like they have entire teams at like Merck and Pfizer just cooking up different drugs. And then they get to hit them first. And then sometimes they trickle down. Like LSD. Maybe that wasn't one, but like, I don't know. Yeah. You know they were doing meth way before it became popular.
We want to make that experience worth your while.
You know.
So many of these CEOs for food companies are just liars. I know he's pretending.
Imagine the kind of drugs they're going to come out with. We haven't figured out all the drugs that humans can do. There is a lot of new drugs coming out that can do crazy things, because with technology comes new ways to get high. And the future will bring new drugs, new kinds of weird substances that will take you out of your body, do weird things to you. Just do weird things to you. We probably haven't heard of them yet. They might exist now, they might not. But the future will bring new drugs. There will be, oh, you're doing the zoot. You know, when my kids become teenagers and stuff like that, I'll be like, oh, you're doing alien farts? Whatever that happens to be. Something I've never heard of. And I'm going to try it. I'm going to be like, this shit is awesome. This is the bee's knees. I'm going to do this. Give me the number to your guy.
Need to be caring, but he talks like an asshole who's had every.
Then I'm an alien farts addict from then on out. That's how I'll end my life. That's my slope down, right? I went from kind of an alcoholic to like a mid comedian, now to a subpar streamer, and then alien farts addict all the way out. And at the end of my life, I will stem my fists on my hips, and I'll be like, I did a good job. I did a good job with that life. Because that's what it's about. It's about being satisfied with your own work. You know? Doesn't matter who else cares.
Every phrase he says thought up by a think tank. He's saying this.
That's only 10 years from now. I know. And I'll be rolling in alien farts.
Stop as they horrendously overcharge you for coffee. Starbucks is not a premium experience. Starbucks is fast food. There's no reason that any of their drinks should cost $9. Now, I'm not.
You sent a Ko-Fi? I shut down all my stuff because I installed new RAM into my computer. I put 16 gigs of additional RAM because I was running 16 gigs before, so I put another stick in there. And now I have 32 gigs of RAM. And it's been good. It's been good. $5. $5, thank you. Is there let me look at the details. I don't know how to run this shit. Is there no comments on this? Well, thank you for the $5. Do I have to? I don't know how to use the Ko-fi. The Ko-fi. Well, thank you for the money.
I'm not super familiar with.
Social Observer for 5. He says, "Hey man, can I get a lid of that alien farts, man? Hey man." Knobs Dog says, "Mid comedian."
What Starbucks charges for.
Is that too generous? Is that should I be failing comedian? That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people calling me a failed comedian. I know that's a dig. A lot of people use that term, but okay, it is true. I mean, do you want me to be upset?
For all their drinks, because I almost
Why?
never go there. But
why would I be upset at trying something? Why would I be upset at something I tried and had fun with? Right? It doesn't make any sense. Rhea for a 5 says, "John, would you rather be ragging a raging alcoholic or a Starbucks barista?" Raging alcoholic any day, all day. But in this world, we can definitely do both. I can definitely do both of those things. It would not be against the rules. I wouldn't get fired. I'd lean at that drive-through window and I'd be like, I gave you a little something extra, right? Just a whiskey floater on a latte. That's what I would be doing.
I do know they charge around $4 for their black coffee, which is insane because the coffee beans that Starbucks uses are so low quality that it probably only...
Then he'd just be an SSRI. I've tried SSRIs. I hated them. I hated them, dude. I couldn't do it. No. Mm-mm. So, like, is my problem that I am depressed, or is my problem that shit sucks? Taking SSRIs doesn't make shit not suck. I'm just more aware of it than I would like to be. So SSRIs are not really doing me any favors. What I need is something that dulls my senses effectively, right? If I get pulled over on SSRIs, nothing's going to happen. All right? That's the problem. That's the issue. I need something to make me incoherent. Just a lump on the couch. Can you do that for me? Can you put me in some sort of quasi coma? I would appreciate that. That's the only thing that's going to heal me. Xanax is a great example. Social for a $5 says, would you be a Joe Rogan or a mid comedian? Joe Rogan is actually not terrible. Joe Rogan is like, he gets a lot of shit for being like a bad he's not that bad. He's all right. He's not the worst comedian I've ever heard. And I don't follow comedians like that. Like when I did stand up, they're all like, who are your influences? Who do you listen to? I'd be like, I don't fucking know. I thought I was funny. And so I got on stage one day and I was kind of right. So here we are. Cheap pants for $2. What is cheap pants? Okay. What is this? Okay. Really? Okay, fine. Whatever. I don't care. Let's see if I get banned for this one.
Organizers of the San Francisco Trans March met with city leaders today to talk about arrests that happened last month.
Cone 4's Rob Nesbitt has...
Chimo says Joe Rogan is trash. I saw him do one stand-up, and I thought it was okay. He made me chuckle a couple of times. If you don't like him, you don't like him. I don't care. You have your opinions. I have mine. It's not like he's blowing my mind with how funny he is. I think Tom Segura is better.
That story.
The group from the Trans March is calling their
This guy's gay.
demands real safety solutions, saying participants of this year's march were put in danger by officers.
Tejas says pity laughs are still laughs. Fuck you.
who are supposed to protect them. This year's...
It's not about... Look. It's not about laughs. I enjoy what I do. I understand how cringy it is. Trust me, I cannot get cringier. I have been through the cringe mountain and the cringe valley, and I've crossed the cringe sea. All right, and I'm still here. So this is really more about my disability. This is more about my incapability to understand that this is not going anywhere. Sometimes you just enjoy things. Sometimes you just have to enjoy things. Right.
San Francisco Trans March on June 26 started in Dolores Park with pride, but ended downtown.
Elk Slayer says, John, you don't understand comedy or the craft, bro. I fucking hate when people call it the craft. It is the most difficult art form. It's my craft. Oh my God, I'm going to strangle the people that took comedy that serious. Look, I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing like stand up and shit like that a long time. There's some people that I absolutely want to fucking slap. There's people I absolutely want to fucking slap. And like, look, coming from California, a lot of people wanted to break into like acting, and they're all like, oh, well, I can get into acting through comedy. because that's an easier route. Are you insane? You think this is the easier way to go? Okay, fine, sure. And so you would see a bunch of people that would just like Google some jokes, and then they're all like, this is gonna work. And they'd be like, you're retarded. You're a fool. Maybe 2 or 3%. Maybe 2% of people had okay jokes. And then probably 1 in 1,000 were actually pretty decent. That's it. That is it. And that's the people who came up on stage. I'm sure there's a lot more people out there in the world that would never dream to step on stage, that are a lot funnier for sure. I guarantee you that's the case. But like, it's extremely rare for somebody to have the chops to actually be good at this, be decent at it. It's not common. It is a sickness. It is a broken kind of brain. That's what it takes to do stand-up comedy. And look, being called a failed stand-up comic is nothing but a compliment. That means I fit in with you guys more than I thought I did, which is actually insanely comforting. So there you go.
Down in chaos. Witnesses reported people vandalizing property and assaulting people with spray paint. When police arrived and detained the suspects, they say,
why do comedians all love that shitty 90s movie so much? What movie?
The officers were surrounded and disrupted by Trans March participants. Co-executive director of the Transgender District, Brianna McCree, became emotional Monday, describing the encounter with officers.
What happened at Turk and Taylor this year at the end of Trans March? I don't ever want to see happen again. No.
I'm glad I left California. I mean, it's my home state. I was born and raised there and shit like that. But my opinions did not meld well with their opinions. And a lot of people who had a certain political ideology would move there. Like if they were like a homosexual from Ohio, or if they were a homosexual from Nebraska, or if they were a homosexual from New York, that, you know, just wasn't homosexual enough or was too homosexual for New York, they would move out to California and be like, we get to be homosexuals here. And I was fucking born and raised there. And I am not a homosexual. So it was weird. And then I go into fucking comedy like a fucking brilliant goddamn genius. And then I made race jokes. I made gay jokes from the beginning. Like in 2015, 2016, when I started doing this shit, I was making gay, I was making rape jokes, all that shit. All of that shit. And I got blacklisted from many clubs. But I still did a lot better than people that weren't blacklisted. Because I was actually telling jokes that I thought was funny, not fucking political opinions. I hated that shit. You hate Trump? Get the fuck off stage. Boo! This is not about political opinions. This is not about posturing. This is not about moral superiority. It's about a fucking joke. You're supposed to make people laugh. And that's all I was there to do. I didn't give a fuck about politics or morality or anything like that. And I did get a lot farther than most people.
Trans people were brutalized, they were scared.
Even though people hated me, loathed me for it. Ask Jess. Honey, she's probably not coming. You ask Jess. Go on the Discord and ask Jess how much people hated my ass in California, the comedy scene in California. Because it was the most Hebrew bullshit you've ever seen. Like, goddamn, dude. Social Observer for a tenner. You and Jess can make videos like this and make that viral shekel money. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. We didn't even finish this one.
Traumatized, and I never want to see that happen again.
5 people were arrested, 2 of them facing multiple felony vandalism charges.
What kind of power?
It's why this group gathered at City.
Oh my God.
Hall Monday to meet with city leaders and make 3 demands of Mayor Daniel Lurie.
To drop the charges against the participants, to invest in...
What do they do? Fiddle children? Do they kitty fiddle? Is that what the problem? You're like, that he's a political prisoner. Yeah, well, he raped 9 kids. He's a political prisoner.
Community safety instead of expanding policing, and to replace police traffic management with civilian-led traffic control through SFMTA.
The mayor's office.
No, that's insane. That's an insane. What do you civilian? What? Okay, so is that mob rule? Wouldn't that be considered mob rule? God, this place is it's destroyed. San Francisco used to be lovely back in like 95. It was really nice.
Drawn for a statement saying in part, quote, "We invited trans community leaders and city leaders to City."
Tejas says, "Stop bothering your wife. We believe people hated you." I know. It's probably like one of the most believable things I've said on this show.
Hall today to initiate a series of conversations that will take us towards safety and visibility for our transgender community in San Francisco. No agreements were made on the demands, but Trans March participants say that was expected and that they will keep fighting for the rights of trans people.
Today is one of many conversations that we will have with a...
I don't want to watch this shit anymore. That's fucking gay. It's fucking gay. That's fucking gay. Pretty fucking gay. What is this? What did you send me, social?
Are you recording? Okay.
These people don't have kids. You know how I know? Well, the kids haven't showed up yet and knocking chairs over or dumped chocolate milk all over the place or like started screaming.
Whatever the fuck I'm going through right now, I'ma just let you hosts know, bitch. Oh. When I get about this motherfucking shit I'm going through right now, bitch, I'm not letting no hoe breathe around me. I promise you, bitch. You hoes had enough.
This is pretty funny, actually. They're doing hoe and bitch ups. They're doing hoe and bitch ups. Hold on, we gotta start from the beginning, cause like that's gonna get you buff.
Are you recording?
I'm gonna get you buff, dude. Hoe and bitch ups.
Whatever the fuck I'm going through right now, I'ma just let you hosts know, bitch. Oh. When I get about this motherfucking shit I'm going through right now, bitch, I'm not letting no hoe breathe around me. I promise you, bitch. You hoes had enough time to get y'all stuff together, bitch. When it's time for me to step up out my isolation, bitch, I'm stepping on you hoes next. You bitches cannot breathe around me, bitch. It's no humble shit. Get that shit out the fucking window, bitch. I'm stepping on you hoes next, and I'm coming for everything, bitch. I'm coming for everything, ho. You bitches got me fucked up in this hoe. Bitch, I'm literally getting dressed in this hoe. Bitch, I'm mad. Bitch, I'm pissed off. Bitch, fuck everybody who did anything. Bitch, I'm coming. Bitch, I'm coming. I'm coming for you, bitch. And you hoes think, you can think whatever the fuck y'all want to think, but just let...
You know what I'd be sitting there with a drink in my hand. I'll do a push-up with, she uses the term fiduciary correctly. I'm going to be chilling. I'm gonna be chilling.
No, bitch, it's a whole different type of bitch that's coming. Bitch, I'm stepping, bitch. It's too much shade for you, bitch. If I shine too much motherfucking bright for you hoes, get the fuck out my fucking way, bitch. You ain't supposed to be in my energy. You hoes can't sit with me. And you hoes know you.
Farrell says, I have no clue what's happening here. Every time she says hoe or bitch, this one has to do a push-up for hoe. This one has to do a push-up for bitch. That's what's going on here. And so they're getting yoked.
You couldn't sit with me. That's why y'all trying to do everything to bring a bitch fucking down. And you know what? A bitch is down. But you know a bitch don't stay down for long, ho. And
She's been down her whole life. And it's because of her low IQ. Because of her low IQ. I wouldn't call it laziness. I would call it pure and utter stupidity. Because you don't need to, like, if you're smart, you can be lazy. You can be lazy if you're smart. You just got to figure it out. You got to figure it out, right? But she's not smart. And she's lazy.
I'm telling you, when I come up
and she's lazy.
You hoes cannot breathe. I can already dig y'all motherfucking graves, ho.
Oh, God. She can't do it. She can't do it. She broke. The hoe broke.
I couldn't get that last one.
Yeah. Good on you. That's funny. That's good. That's good work. Me and Jess could do that, but I would blow Jess out of the water because I go to the gym a lot, and she does. She should really go more, but she likes to go to the beach.
Oh my god!
You know.
Nice.
Okay, back to this thing.
Costs like 20 cents for them to
I
make.
appreciate all the tips, guys, but I wouldn't do it if I were you. Knobs Dog is the only respectable one here. He's not here anymore.
Make it black. Why would anyone pay for this on a regular basis?
He's not here.
Why would you go here like multiple times a week? Not only do you have to drive to Starbucks and wait in line, which takes time, whereas making coffee at home takes almost no time.
Goofy just wants you to do her nails now. And you said you do that, so now you have to do that.
Because the machines do everything for you. But also, you can buy the most premium, expensive coffee at Sprouts, and it will cost maybe around $1 or $1.50 for a cup. Versus,
here's what we have: one of those those Breville espresso machines, and they slap, dude. They're good. They're way better than any trash you get like at one of these places. Maybe because it's like it's made a very specific way, and if my wife doesn't make it that way, I'll throw it at the wall. I'm not a morning person. Get you one. Get you one of those. They're good. Those things are good. Those little espresso machines. The Breville one. Those things are good. Get one.
This is $4 for the low quality garbage at Starbucks. And then they
Goofy says, "You're goddamn right. I'm gonna do her nails. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do them good."
they want a tip.
Bitch, I'm at Miss Coldstone, girl, and bitch, I will die.
$17 for. Is that even a pint? What is that? It's a $17 for a very small amount of ice cream.
On a cross, bitch, before I ever pay this much for a little bucket of ice cream. Y'all crazy.
That guy had some energy or style, let's say, but who the hell is paying for this? And Cold Stone is reportedly another store that likes flipping the iPad around to ask you a little question. But $17 for a pint of ice cream? The most...
Free said it says I have an Nespresso. Is that good? Is it? I'm sure it's just... It's not like a Keurig, is it? Because I'm not talking about the Keurig with the little cups. I'm talking like the fucking... With the thing that comes down and it goes... I love that thing, dude. I love that little steamer wand.
The most expensive ice cream that I've seen at the store is this ice cream here. It's like $10 for a pint, and it's made with premium ingredients. Whereas here is the stuff that goes into Cold Stone ice cream. How are these companies who don't really provide an experience that's much better?
You can get good ice cream at the store. I don't know why people would go to Cold Stone for that. You can get really good ice cream. You can get like, what's a really good one? Blue Bunny? Blue Bunny is good? I don't know. I don't eat tons of ice cream, I guess.
Better than just having ice cream at home.
And I do like ice cream. It's just I don't eat tons of ice cream. We have this ice cream shop right over here. We walk to it sometimes with the kids and they run around and play and get ice cream. It's a lot of fun for them. They love it. They love doing that. It's a lot of fun.
Still in business after charging $28 when I can get the...
It's a Keurig for not poor people. What you have is for rich people.
The same size of Alden's organic ice cream for around $11 or $12. And if you buy the cheap ice cream, I think it's like $4 or $5. Well, I'll tell you why they can charge this much. It's because people keep saying yes. It's the same reason why they ask you to tip cashiers now. It's because lots of people say yes.
Barista Dylan Schenker says tips make up 10 to 20% of his pay. He is 39. He has...
Well, that's too much. And you're 39 working as a barista. You're 39? For some reason, my brain said 29. But you're 30. You're older than I am. Working as a barista. Why? Did you not try to do anything in your life besides look like what is that guy's name? Eugene Shalit? Gene Shalit? Something like that. I don't know, dude. You need to change that.
Has a decade of experience and expertise.
A decade of baristaing. You didn't want to try something else?
And?
I've never made more than $25,000 a year. I cannot even wrap
That sucks. That's poverty.
my head around the idea of even just making.
That's pretty poor. I'm sorry. If you make 25 grand a year, I'm sorry, but like, that sucks. I'm sorry. Unless you're Canadian, I don't know if that's good money for Canada.
$30,000 or $40,000 a year.
Roughly half of Shanker's customers tip.
What? Goofy Boots says, bro. Goofy, you must be making good money now. I mean, you're a talented dude. And like, you're out in California doing bitches' nails. You're probably making decent scratch now. Nail scratch. Social for a tenner. Did I ever send you the 7-Eleven conspiracy theory? No? No, I don't think you have. I didn't know there was a 7-Eleven conspiracy theory, but here we go. Let's...
No one's ever broke this on the internet. If you go through all the fast food chains, they...
Chaos says, I'm under 20 a year, but I own a home? Well, then that's better. Are you retired? I mean, how? 20K a year is... I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but that is a ridiculous... That's a low amount of money. Like, that's not very much money.
They all have some dark, insidious origin. Now we have the 7-Eleven food chain. Do you guys know what the 7-Eleven brand of foods and desserts is called?
What?
Go.
50% medically discharged. I don't understand. Are you military? I don't understand.
Yum Foods.
Oh,
Goyum.
wow. Okay, Artisan says, me too. I'm under 16 Canadian and live in Canadian luxury. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't understand Canada. I'm coming from Florida, where if you make 20... Well, I come from California, where making $20,000 is... You live with your parents. But... I don't know. Maybe I just don't have enough life experience. $20,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money.
Go Yum.
That's so funny.
Literally Goyum.
Oh yeah, Goyum Foods. Yeah. Yeah, $20,000 does not seem like a normal amount of money to make. It seems like a low amount of money. I'm not trying to be offensive. I might not have the life experience to know that that's doable. That seems very low.
Foods. If you go get ice cream at 7-Eleven, it's Goyum brand.
Here, you
I'm
read
not
this
even
shit.
kidding.
Yeah, it's like fucking just
Goyum.
So,
oh, yo, that's fucked up.
That's crazy.
The Jews are putting harmful chemicals.
Yeah, you did send this to me. Yeah, you did send this to me. I think Goyim might be a coincidence, but it might not. I don't know.
Which is in line with the national average.
50% of people are saying yes.
So you make 20K a year, you have a 5-acre property with a home. Where do you live?
Yes. This was from MP.
Look, 20K in certain areas, like in Europe, 20K is probably fine. In Canada, it's probably fine. It doesn't seem like a lot of money in the places that I live, right? You go to Vietnam, $20,000 a year, you are making good money. But like the places that I have lived my entire life, $20,000 is a low sum of money.
And by the way, if you're 39,
Michigan, you live in Michigan, which a place I've never been to. That's cold, and people smoke indoors. Yeah, so maybe I just can't relate. I think that's the case.
And don't make a lot of money, that's not my problem as the customer.
There's just something really, really demoralizing about someone seeing that screen, knowing I'm not rich, and kind of just not caring about you enough to kind of like want to help you make a living.
Yeah.
Why is that my problem? Why would that possibly... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't empathize. Oh. Fucking kick rocks. Why is that my issue? That's not on me. That's on you.
I don't care. If this job is not making you a living, then you should ask for more money from your employer or get a better job so you don't have to abuse customers like a streamer begging for subs. Now, you may think that you saying no is enough, but that doesn't matter.
Please sub to my channel, bros. Please sub with your $25 a year.
If 50% of the people are still saying yes. If half the people say yes to a...
Can I beg for subs? Is that a thing? Would you guys still respect me? Right? I know you guys have the utmost respect for me. And you're just like, oh my God, he's just such a great guy. I don't know. I'm sure you would. If I got on my knees and begged you to sub to my channel for $5 a month, you guys would respond well, right?
20% tip at Starbucks.
Every single one of you.
Then that's like tens of millions of dollars a year, if not more. If you look at the article, they say, well, this is a way of paying our employees more without increasing prices. Yeah, because you're tricking...
We don't now, John. You do. It's the joke.
Customers into paying 20% more for their drink and then shaming them for not doing it like this 30...
Now go smoke Marlboro Reds inside your yellow wallpaper house. The fucking... popcorn ceilings. Shit.
9-year-old. That's dishonest.
Sorry.
There's a lot of pressure to
I'm sorry. I feel bad about that
keep
one.
prices low for increasingly...
Right, wood paneling, yellow wallpaper, and fucking popcorn ceilings. And one fan that's been going for like the last 30 years.
Frugal customers. Tipping is a way to get more money from customers without...
Michigan sounds like it sucks, dude. Michigan sounds like it's... I don't like... Are you all right? Are you cool? I mean, I know it's cold, but are you all right? Do you want to escape? Do we need to do like a reverse underground railroad where we need to get people back to the south?
Without actually charging them more.
It's a subsidy. It's a wage subsidy to the employer. It's not a tip. It goes to your wage. It's just the amount that the employer doesn't have.
Tejas says, I spent a whole winter without running water. Is that your Indian boyfriend running water?
Have to pay you. And people don't understand this.
Not to mention the people who end up tipping because...
Got him.
Yes, on accident. But all of this works on supply and demand. This may sound a little bit different from your economics course in school.
Yeah, that's my Native American top, running water.
But they're supplying and asking you for a tip, and you create more demand for that system by clicking yes. Here's the deal. The real price of something is whatever people will pay for it. So if you keep saying yes to a $9 premium experience at Starbucks, then in 2 years, they're going to try to see if they can get away with a $12 experience. And everything else will increase in price too because all
right, you guys, it wasn't that funny.
Other companies will start copying Starbucks. So the answer to stopping these price increases is one, in terms of the medical industry.
I could never live in a city like that, dude. But like being in Tokyo sucked. I mean, it was nice. It was cool and shit like that. But like, I like to be in the woods. I like to like take my shoes off and stuff. I like being on the beach. I can't live in I'm not a city guy. I'm not a city dude. I can't handle it. It's stifling. It's just stifling. I don't like being around tons of people all the time. It sucks.
Demand price transparency. Of course, this isn't the only problem.
I like sitting. It's a small bit of property, but I like sitting in my yard and just hearing nothing.
With the medical
That's nice. That's nice to me. And it's all jungly around. That's cool. It's nice. I got grass.
Industry, but it is a major one that I think will significantly
Cities are
reduce...
for young people. Yeah, I mean they are. They kind of are because like, and I've seen old people in cities, but I don't know. I could never. No, thank you. No. Oh, let's live in the city. There's so much stuff to do. We can go out and do stuff, and then we're gonna do. Oh yeah. Well, how about I want to stay at home and not hear people? Can I do that? It's a little harder in the city. Oh, but it's okay because this apartment is $8,000 a month for 200 square feet. No. No, fuck that. Fuck that noise, dude. I'm not doing that shit. No. Absolutely not.
Prices. As for the tipping and the $9 coffees, we need to bring shaming culture back. This culture of extreme tolerance has had a lot
You
of...
lived in Philly for 5 years. You lived in Philadelphia. That is one of the cities, among all of them, where I would never live. Is Philadelphia. But again, all of them. Not a single one. San Francisco, New York, LA, London. No, Tokyo at least was clean and it was quiet. So I really appreciated that. Because most cities are disgusting and smell like piss. But I still wouldn't live there. I live in the countryside and do like Studio Ghibli kind of shit. But yeah, no. Not Philadelphia for sure. Bunch of zombies. Fentanyl zombies walking around.
Negative side effects. For example, being afraid to say that being fat is bad for you increases everyone's medical insurance premiums thanks to the Obama administration, as well as not shaming people for spending $28 on $4 of ice cream for the premium experience of polysorbate 80 and red 40 is making your life.
How do you charge $28 for a tub of ice cream? Like, what did you do to that cow?
Worse, because if people pay $28 at Cold Stone, which is like 2.5 times the price of organic ice cream at the store, then Cold Stone is going to say, okay, well, let's see if we can get 31. It should cost you social value if you're one of those people who enables companies to price hike everything, because
that looks like a nice place. I might live there. That's like France. I don't want to live in France. Some parts of France are probably fine. Paris sucks. Paris sucks ass. And London sucks too. London sucks ass too. I don't like cities.
Because you want to overspend instead of being responsible with your money. I've actually gotten rid of almost all my friends who constantly throw money away because being around such people affects my spending habits. And when it comes to rich people, really one of the most harmful things they can do is overspend because that inflates prices for everyone else. Last, when it comes to tipping, silently clicking no is not enough. Because when you do that, statistically, the person behind you is just going to tip anyway. So the iPad question doesn't go away. You have to actually openly show your disgust for these companies trying to prey on guilt psychology.
So what do? You say, you turn to the person behind you. I'm not tipping today. No tip. And then they just pay it forward from then on. I'm not saying that's a bad strategy. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of explicit. Is that the word I'm looking for? But it could probably work.
It's simple. The second they turn that screen around and say, it's going to ask you a little question, you say...
Knob says Paris is gross. The Alsace region is awesome. Have you been to Nice? Nice is... It's okay. Like Monaco and shit like that. It's all right. It's overpriced. And there's too many Indians. As weirdly enough, there's too many Indians in Nice. Or Arabs? I don't know what they are. But it's a nice place. It's nice.
Out loud, I'm not tipping. And for the people who are going to say, well, they're just employees, the company makes them say that. I don't care. They're still engaging in it. Stop having empathy for people who are trying to prey on you. If they don't want disgruntled customers...
Thief says, is there really a place in France where the women wear no pants? No, I think that's just a childhood rhyme.
Then they can be one of the hero employees who presses no tip for you.
Pretty sure that's just a
also,
schoolyard kind of thing.
For those who are afraid, if you can't say no to an iPad, then you are definitely letting people walk all over you in other areas of your life. It's time to practice standing up for yourself. By saying no out loud, you're not just saving 20% on your meal, but you're also...
No, I will not tip you. No, I will not tip. This is my stand. This is the hill I die on.
So empowering everyone.
Or you could just come in every day and progressively make the tip smaller. Like down to a cent. And then like clip that cent in half. And be like, this is for you tomorrow.
When else online,
the other
hears
half,
you say it.
The other half of the penny. Saving this one for you tomorrow. And they'd be like, I hate this guy. I'm going to spit in his coffee tomorrow.
Say no as well, because none of these people want to tip either. They're just caught in the scam. And I guarantee you that if just 1 in 10 people verbally...
No, there's no place where naked ladies dance. Not in Paris. Not in France. Because, you know, all the Indians and shit, dude. It's dangerous. It's not like... It's not the France of, like, the 80s where it's, like, cool and shit. I don't know if it was cool back then. I wasn't alive. But it's not romanticized. It's just gross, dude. It's just another dirty city. It's disgusting. Gypsies everywhere. It's gross.
He says that they aren't
Africans. There's too many Africans in general.
And gets mad. All of this shit will stop.
There's too many Africans in Africa. There's like 2 billion of them. How? How are they all starving, but yet keep multiplying?
Up. Just 1 in 10 people is a...
You know they're eating each other, right?
A ticking time bomb every time a screen is turned around. Companies aren't going to want to deal with that. So it's time to start being more disagreeable for the betterment of yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next video.
Oh, that's it, huh? That's the horrors of incel gooners. This one's for Knob. Let's watch Knob. This is Knob's show. Right, Knob, you have a family that loves you. 2 houses.
I'm so old. Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing?
Emails, they do looks maxing too. Who gives a shit, dude? We need to talk about the real fucking juggernauts of this. The real people who hurt and suffer more than anyone else. Me and the boys, aka the incel community. Hey, if you're an incel...
You're married because you make a lot of money doing this. You're probably a millionaire. I would guarantee it.
Stand up, be proud. This one's for us, guys. There's level of obviously irony and other kinds of humor in it, but it is a very real thing. And it's something that I am going to take into consideration moving forward with my own looks, because I'm a morbidly obese piece of shit. I even got...
What is considered... I don't think he's obese, sure, but is he morbidly obese? I don't think the qualifier morbidly is used for him, because he can still get out of bed and like walk around, and it's not like if I saw him at Disneyland, I wouldn't get out of line to watch, like follow him and be like, where's he going? He's going to find food. I'm going to see what he's going to eat. And then spend my day at Disneyland following this guy around. Like, right? It's sneaky, like, oh, I have a newspaper. What's he doing? Oh, he's dropping ice cream. No, he's not a medical fascination. Morbidly obese is when they have that gigantic apron that they kick with their knees and stuff.
My face.
You kind of fat. You're not morbidly.
Evaluated by a Giga Chad, and this was the score. Not good. Looks maxing is the practice to maximize one's look, and most importantly, when you're a looks maxer.
I tried that once. Succeeded.
Your goal is mogging, which means to be more physically attractive than someone else. It's very petty, and that's why I love it so much. Looks maxing is actually a pretty...
Yeah, he's obese. I'm just saying he's not morbidly obese. He's obese for sure, but he's not morbidly obese.
Trend from around 2015 that popped up on a forum called lookism.net. It was mostly associated with incels trying to blame all of their problems on not being attractive enough to get some pussy, so the idea of looks maxing was born, which is kind of interesting because I will say in a lot of incel communities, usually there's no kind of...
You guys know the Mouse Utopia experiment where they put a bunch of mice in like this perfect paradise where all they got to do was like eat and fuck each other, and then like society collapsed and they started like killing each other. Like some would like have harems. Some of the mice would have harems of women mice. And the others would just like constantly groom themselves. That's what looks maxers are. They're the mice that constantly groom themselves for no real reason. That's what you're doing. And it's not helping you. You're just doing it to do it. So our society is a mouse utopia. If you have an argument for me, I'd love to hear it.
Self-growth happening, which is the opposite of looks maxing. They're upset. I am upset. I am married and I'm upset I get no pussy. All right, dude? And nearly a decade later,
go to the gym.
looks maxing has now spread to TikTok and YouTube, and the toxicity of the culture has been growing absolutely rampant. Which, you know, some people say toxicity. I say the good word. Because to mog is to live, is what I would say. If you're not mogging, what the fuck are you really doing? There's a prominent forum called looksmax.org where young, insecure people, like myself, will desperately try anything to increase their SMV. SMV.
You guys just calling me fat in the chat? Okay.
AKA
okay.
Sexual market value. It's like Wolf on Wall Street. All over again, baby. There's a guy named Wheat Waffles who will rate your SMV for very...
You can do, Grok can do this. Grok can do this. And I did this with Grok and my picture, and and he rates Jess like a 9, which is totally acceptable because 10s don't actually exist. So he rates Jess a 9, and he rates me like a 7, which is not, I mean, it's fair. It's fair. It's not a 9. 7 is fair. I'm not going to cry about not being a 9 as a man. 7 is good. That's acceptable. That's above average. I'll take that. I'll take that all day.
A small price.
Just a little offended that Grok thinks I'm not 9.
And I think it's actually worth it. Which I want to say, I paid the fucking price, and this is what
he rated you a 6? Okay. I'll take a 6.
Had to say.
I'll take a 6. I will take a 6. I think that's a little low. It's a little harsh, but still above average.
Thanks, Wheat Waffles. Men just got it, dude. Honestly, can I just be real for a second, Nick? And just like cut the bullshit. We don't have to include this in, honestly. I'm just saying, just like cut it if it's bad. But I just want to talk about men because they just have it harder. Like, I don't know. I'm tired of like I go on these forums with women and they're like, oh, I don't look at it. Dude, I hate women. So let's take a
Freeside said something very sweet in the chat that I'm not going to repeat.
Look at some of the techniques
because that's kind of gay, bro.
To increase your
It's kind of gay. I'm just okay. We get it. You love your wife. You love your wife. Okay, that's fine. We all love our wives. That's not. Come on.
If you're a woman, get out of here. Get the hell out. Today's video is sponsored.
Freeside says I'll give John a 7 to a 7.5. I think that's probably fair. That's fine. I'll take that. That is still technically above average, which is fine. I'm above average.
If you have any unhealthy habits, maybe consider trying Fume.
It's okay. You know how many people would love just to be average instead of uggos? Knob?
Form a bad habit. It's hard to break. And usually quitting cold.
I don't know how Knob's dog looks, but I'm sure it's tragic, you know?
Turkey is the absolute worst thing someone can do. Let Fume fill the void in a natural, guilt-free way.
We get it. You're a twink, Knob. It's fine.
You
don't have to be like, shut up, dude. How do you not cringe at your own comments, Knob? How do you not, do you understand the comments? Please read your own comments. Before you hit send, read your own comments and be like, is this going to make me look like an absolute douche? Because, yeah, it will. And it does.
You can still get your fix just with healthier options. Fume's innovative award-winning.
It makes my skin crawl. Some of the things you say. Oh my God, dude. Oh. You do you, brother. Don't listen to me.
Device is a sleek, lightweight, and can help you kick your habit. Fume is completely natural and replace vapor with flavored air. Instead of harmful chemicals, users can enjoy Fume's refreshing flavors like crisp mint, sparkling grapefruit, orange.
Hey, Arden, dude, how you doing, man? It's good seeing you. You good? I've missed you. I hope you're doing good.
Vanilla and raspberry lemon. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun.
Snub. You're so easy to offend, dude.
Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has.
You're so sensitive. Do you realize how sensitive you are? You're constantly dishing out, even the smallest slight towards you, and you fucking go off. You are the most sensitive little pussy I've ever seen. but like it's fun for me. I'm having fun with it. So you continue. I'm not banning you or anything like that.
Thousands of success stories. And there's no reason that
Goofy, yeah, he's extremely sensitive. You say anything about Knob and he gets so fucking butthurt, which is weird because he has his ass regularly stretched. Right? You like stretching exercises, Knob? Because you take it in the rump? You're gay. He's right though, dude. You are so sensitive. You're such a fucking baby.
can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com/papameat or scan the QR code and use code PAPAMEAT to get 10% off.
I'm sorry. I was watching his ad. I'm sorry.
That include basic care to your hygiene and aesthetic presence, such as going to the gym, getting a haircut, and moisturizing. That's right, I said moisturizing. It's no longer considered gay. Back in my day, if I would have brought some lotion or if I would have told, hey, I got some aloe vera, I'm gonna put it on my arms, people would say you're gay. And I think that actually drops my SMV. Correct? Nick? Thank you. It's basic hygiene and wearing clothes that fit you. No longer do you have tight, if you're a big guy like me,
what was he doing with the ass
dude,
there?
You go buy
What was he doing with the ass there?
clothes, you're not a medium. I've been there, dude. Hey, I'm living it. When I had to take the step from 2X to 3X, sad day. Sad day. Now we're going to be talking about some techniques that will alter your physical appearance in some unusual ways. So please, come with me. Come with me. Come on. It's like a back alley deal. No, come on. Seriously. No one's looking. Come on. Starting off with the jaw.
Social says Knobs is anus sensitive from all that ass fucking. It's all the ass play. That's all the ass play. And then we say one little comment and he's like, oh, come on. That hurts already. Don't. Come on. But he kind of likes it.
And face, aka your moneymaker. The first category is improving the fucking jawline. You've probably seen people on the internet.
Knob says Social Observer 0 ass fucking. JO6B also 0 ass fucking too heavy. You gotta work more on. I don't understand.
You know, do the thing where they show off their Giga Chad chin and stuff like that. It's like basically saying, hey,
I don't know.
Club. Look at me, dude. See this?
You see, he's crying onto his phone, and his finger is like it's like, you know, the tears are getting in the way of his typing because he's sobbing onto his phone.
I'm working on it, dude. I'm not
is that what it is?
V is high.
Is that it? You crying? You cry? I'm just gonna cry. Oh, you make fun of me. Oh no, my butthole not stretched.
It's on the rise, but it's not high. So I'm still working on that. I have to lose it shouldn't be that bad, about 120 pounds.
Like that. You could slide that highball glass right in there. Wouldn't even touch the sides.
Mewing. You're probably thinking, Pokemon. Wrong. Looks Maxing 101, dude. And it's named after its creator, Dr. Mike Mew. This is a facial reconstruction technique that involves placing your tongue on the roof of your mouth to change the shape of your jawline. Some of the benefits include this. Realigning your teeth so you don't have no...
See, Knob, this is what I'm talking about. When I say cringy, you say cringy, he says couch surfing. I do concurrent training, not Pilates. You sound like Dwight. You sound like Dwight from The Office. Bears. Wrong. You just have this very Dwight energy about you. Have you ever been told that? It's funny to see, man. It's just very funny to see. And like you feed into it too. You feed us. The more things you say, the gayer you seem, right? And like when you called into the show that one time, that was a death sentence for you. That was the nail in the coffin. Like, because everyone's all like, he's lying on his stomach on bed, kicking his feet like a fucking preteen. It's like, yeah, that's what we all thought. We all thought that. Everyone all at once had the same idea that you have a calendar of me up from just stolen screenshots. And it's all like, oh, this is July. Oh, he looks good there. Hi. God, dude.
No buck-ass teeth. Improve facial aesthetics so you get that chiseled Giga Chad jaw. And it stops you from becoming a mouth breather. If you're a mouth breather and you're a fucking uggo, back of the line, get the SMV up. You're not a Mog man yet. Mew immediately. I have sleep apnea, and that does not help my SMV. I want to see some before and afters, dude. 20 months mewing plus...
Dwight was the coolest character in The Office. And look, Knobs Dog is a character. He is a character on this show. You guys all have your place. But he's a very, he takes a lot of attention. Sometimes there's knob heavy episodes, right? And sometimes those episodes are cringy, but they are funny. They're watchable. They're sometimes the most watchable episodes. But that doesn't change the fact that you're kind of a sensitive little pussy. And like, you say douchey things. But that's what we love about you, Knob. That's what we love about never change. We know you don't have the capability to change because you're like 50, but like, we love you for who you are. Even though if we knew you in real life, we would beat the shit out of you. But online, it's a different place.
Hard mewing. Oh my God, that's unbelievable. Beautiful man. SMV way up. I would say that he was a pretty handsome guy to begin with. But that jawline now, unbelievable. Next up is gum chewing. The practice of gum chewing.
Not every episodes are just fantasies in your head. That's every episode. Every episode of the Sulk stream is me just explaining wild fantasies that I come up on, like on the spot. Like, what would this? And that's the whole fucking show. That's my entire show.
Chewing is to strengthen and sharpen one's jawline, which you're probably like, is that mewing? Dude, no. Were you listening? Some people recommend chewing gum for 16 hours a day to get chiseled jaw. And they make very hard gum. You can buy extremely hard pieces of gum just for this exercise, just to get those fucking muscles right here nice and...
Could I get like... I would get the gum and chew it on one side because... And then just get one side of my face like jacked. Just one side. Like that, I would get jacked.
Buff, dude. Mastic gums are considered to be the best, which is 8 to 11 times harder.
Why do this?
Than the normal gum. Look at that. Looks like fucking, I don't know if I think...
Free said this whole show is a John daydream out loud. It's accurate. It's completely accurate.
Just stick to mewing, maybe. But there are some drawbacks which you can develop.
Which is why, like, I'll laugh. Because this doesn't stop. I'll have these, like, weird little thoughts and fantasies throughout my day. And it makes it really inappropriate when I, like, burst out laughing in, like, situations. I mean, it happens to all of us, right? You're in a situation where you're not supposed to be laughing, but then you think of something really funny. And you're like, I'm so sorry you lost your father. And then you do that face. You do that face. You do the... And they're like, what? What is so goddamn... No, it's nothing. I can't even... it's just... It's something to do with, like, his ashes and, like, if you, like, put them in chocolate milk. It really doesn't matter. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Up TMJ and grind down your teeth into baby teeth. When you're trying to become a god, there's always going to be some bumpy steps along the way.
It's not good.
But the people who
it is a disorder. It is a problem, dude.
persevere and who don't end up getting baby teeth or TMJ, they're the champions. Next one up is gua sha, which I feel like I've seen people roll these on dogs' heads and stuff.
I don't know what
gua
those
sha
things...
is a traditional Chinese healing method in which a trained professional uses a smooth-edged tool to stroke your skin while they press on it. You ever been rolled around by a Chinese guy? Well, you can do it yourself, or I still like getting mine from the Chinese guy. And my SMV, like I said, it's on the rise. Where's your SMV? Your SMV pretty good? This may reduce inflammation, reducing...
Mine's about a 7.5.
Chronic pain, but it's...
I'll take it.
It's mostly used to get sharp jawlines once again, dude.
I'm fine, dude. I'm fine with that. 7.5. That good. That good.
You think there's just a couple tricks in the books? Of course not, dude. Whenever Da Vinci made David, did he just slap the stone around a couple times? No. You gotta roll around. You gotta treat it right until it becomes absolutely perfect. Dave.
You guys ever think that Knobs dog has like one of those chins that like go in? I can't even do it. But like, he's got like a chin where if he does this, it's just like an extension of his neck. Like his neck leads up to his upper lip. Maybe he does. I don't know.
David, the statue, definitely was a mogger. I can't speak
He
for
could
Da
be. I could see. What are those called? Like recessive chins or something like that? You think he has one of those? He could have one.
Yes, Da Vinci was a good artist, but from what I saw in some of the pictures or paintings of him, old boy SMV was low, and I don't really know if he was a mogging man himself. Next up, we also have thumb pulling, which thumb pulling is a technique that involves inserting both thumbs in the mouth and pulling the palate apart against the back third of the palate. So it's going back.
Did you?
Oh, you pull your mouth open? The goal is to create more.
Goofy Boots went far on that one. Okay, boys. And girl. Knobs dog. Thanks for coming. That's all. That's the whole thing. That's the whole show. Thanks for donating. I appreciate when you guys donate. You know I do. It's just a little treat for me, which I love. I really do. I hope you guys have a good night, fantastic night, and, you know, stay comfy, stay warm, and get in some nice silky pajamas. Sit by the fire, drink some red wine. Think of me. Anyways, until I see you tomorrow night, drink water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves. Take care of what you do. Love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's just growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too, government lies they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.